All right, so Adam, we're going to be launching the new As the Buckle Turns forum. It's a special place for our ones of fans can go and post on there and communicate with us.
Oh, sweet. Let me go ahead and sign in.
Yeah. So, well,
Tim, I can't do anything though.
Well, that's because you need some face points to be able to post. You need 2 face points to post.
2 face points to post. Awesome. How do I earn some face points though?
By posting.
But Tim, I need 2 face points to be able to post.
Exactly. That is true. You can also get some face points by liking other people's comments up or down.
Okay.
But to do that, you need 4 face points to be able to do that first.
4 face points to like or to vote up or vote down, one of these things. Tim, how do I can't even earn points. How do I earn points?
Yeah, just don't worry about all that. Just post.
All right, fine.
Trust me. Just do that.
Type out the message. All right, and hit the post button. Huh, it worked. And I've got 6 face points.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for the Debate Club from As the Buckle Turns.
Don't you mean the Blake Club?
I'm Adam.
I'm Tim. What's the matter? I'm not going to do it this week. Wow, he's actually following through on something for a change.
Yep.
Unlike WWE ever does. Oh, yeah, I had to take a hit there.
Burn.
And this is Debate Club, where we debate. No,
There's a lot more of opinions here.
no, this is not debate. It's just we need a name,
Yeah,
so we went with it.
it's good.
It works.
Sometimes there's a little bit of debating.
Yeah, maybe. But today's topic, we're going to be discussing, rampaging. One of those things will happen on this show, maybe all of them.
Rampaging, okay.
About how to make your new championship feel special, to make it prestigious.
Right away, if you're talking about, instead of just being like, okay, we're going to let this naturally, organically grow over time, and we're picking, our, what we think would be a good first champion, which isn't always your top guy right away.
No. But before we get into this, because you're getting ahead of us, way ahead of us, because that's all important stuff to consider when you're doing this.
All right.
But it's important to talk about what inspired this.
Oh, what inspired this, buddy? The AEW championship?
No, it inspired a new championship that NXT just announced this past Wednesday. The NXT Women's Tag Team Championship.
Congratulations, guys.
And they were rewarded to Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh, good first champions.
For winning the Women's Dusty Classic.
Very good starting champions.
Yeah, it's a great way to do it. But then they lost them on the show to Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, heard me.
So they held them for less than 3 hours.
More probably like an hour, probably
1 hour.
Something probably like that, most likely. Yeah.
Why? You know what?
That should have been our quote opener right there.
That's ridiculous. That is absolute. Like, I thought it was bad enough, giving Rey Mysterio a one-night championship. One show championship.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought that was bad, but a brand new championship, instead of being like, all right, you guys are our number 1 contenders, but you're going to have to face off against Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Winner of that match tonight will be the first ever, NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Yes, you think that. But so what happened is, the original plan was the winner of the Dusty Classic was supposed to be the Tag Team Champions.
Makes sense.
But the belts weren't ready, and they decided to, screw it. Let's just rush the tournament and do it when the men's tournament was going on. So, we could have two Dusty Classic finals at the next TakeOver.
Yep.
Vengeance Day. God damn you.
Still a weird name.
Valentine's Day Massacre was right there. It's just right there, and you didn't take it. Your own history.
Nope.
Anyway, but they rushed it. The belts weren't ready, so they just went with the whole idea of having them get become number one contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And they also did the dusty finish with Dakota Kai being choked out when she wasn't a legal woman.
Right.
Match to have the tag champs of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain them. And it's just like, oh God, really?
Yep.
Even I was thinking when they did the Dusty Classic, like, great, you're doing a Dusty Classic for the women. Awesome.
Yeah.
They're never going to hold the belts from WWE.
Nope.
Vince will never let them come down here and
be here for any length of time.
Or because he's not going to let the main roster stars lose to NXT.
Of course.
So you might as well just bring the tag belts, women's tag belts. It'd just be better off for you guys because it's never going to happen. And that's what they plan on doing, which was great. But I don't... Why? Why put the belts on the winners and then have them drop immediately?
The same night.
You basically said, we don't care about these belts right off the bat.
Yeah, you hot potatoed them immediately.
Yeah.
Like, no.
No, because, like, I guess the whole point is, like, they decided that Raquel Gonzalez is going to be the next challenger for Io Shirai.
Okay.
Well, then if that was going to be the case, maybe you should have done some planning ahead of time and not have Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez win the Dusty Classic. Maybe have the people who, just won the tag titles be the ones that won the Dusty Classic.
Exactly.
And they just get the tag belts. And you could have the same matchup you had and still have them retain. And you could throw Io Shirai in there to help cost Dakota Kai and Io Shirai the belts.
Who knows?
The match to build towards that championship matchup if you really want to. But have them win the belts and then lose them. Oh my God. No.
Well, that's clearly not how you make your championship meaningful right away.
That is exactly how you make your belt meaningful. Or you do the 24/7 championship where it's 24/7, no rules and no actual official matchups.
Like, okay.
That's how you make a prestigious championship. Oh no, it won't be truly prestigious because until R-Truth is held at 27 times.
Yes, of course. Now, both of us have run our own e-federations at one time or another.
Yep.
You have yours. I have NUA.
Which sucks.
It does not. It's good. And
you keep telling yourself that, buddy.
And I feel that I've built a pretty good pedigree for our championship. I'm not calling it a heavyweight championship, and I'm not calling it a world championship.
It's a championship.
It is the championship.
Wow.
Yeah. And I feel that I've been able to slowly build over almost a 2-year span now a relatively decent prestige to that belt. Then I have my mid-card belt, the Chowda Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, because it's kind of a TV title, it is defended every single show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there is going to be a time that it's not defended soon. No, I still figured out how to do it. Never mind.
Oh, wow. Anyway, yes, I know what you exactly mean. See, I always found it just easier to, when you're making a prestigious championship in your e-fed, you tell people how much it's worth by, if you're playing within a game, going into the cheat menu and just making it maxed out prestige to 100%. And that just works.
Yeah, no.
That's just how it works so great.
But, but I mean, a good one, overall, there's two paths to take. It's a manufactured prestige, and the belt moves relatively quickly.
Yep.
Pretty much WWE since 2000.
Pretty much.
Or you allow it to happen organically.
Yep.
Everything that happened before 2000 with the WWE, it felt very organic.
Yeah. If you look at the championship, like the North American Championship, when they brought that in.
Yes.
Instead of doing a tournament, they decided to do a ladder match for all the competitors. Great. And it has built a pretty good legacy as a good, strong mid-card title for future talent. And even people who should be in the main event, like Johnny Gangaro.
Yes.
Being down there and holding that help show that you can go back and forth
Right.
when you're not in that main top spot at the moment.
That's the great thing about about like a secondary title.
Yes. But when you bring in a new championship and it's going to be an earth-shattering announcement and then do what you do, oh my, why?
No.
I really want to know why they decided to do this, because it just makes it's mind-boggling.
WWE has done it before, though. Universal title, if it didn't look the way it did, I feel that it would have been better accepted.
Yep.
And you had a wonderful, wonderful match for that first championship between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, and it was crazy good. The problem is Finn got injured, and Vince got bored with, trying to figure out who to put it on after that.
Well, no, it went to Kevin Owens, and he had a good run with it, but it was never going to have a payoff for Kevin.
No.
That he should have had as champion. Instead, he got fed to Goldberg.
Yeah.
When it should have been Jericho and Owens at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. You could still get Goldberg and Brock at WrestleMania without
it's just
a belt.
No belt. You don't need the belt for them.
But nope.
Stop putting the belt on Brock.
Stop putting a belt on retired part-timers that aren't there every week.
I know. That's another thing.
So, but it's just, it makes no sense. I mean, come on, NXT. You used to be so good, and now you go and botch this. Like, I'm happy for Ember Moon, and I'm happy for Shanti Blackheart.
Yes.
But Dakota Kai has been needing gold for a very long time, and I feel like they've decided that she's not ever going to hold the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, I've got that feeling too.
Unless they're going to use Raquel, because rumor is that Raquel might be the woman who takes the belt off Io.
Yep.
If that's the case, I would be okay with that overall if Dakota Kai is the one who takes it from Gonzalez.
Okay, all right.
You do a split storyline angle, they split up, Dakota Kai goes babyface again, and then in the heel moments, in the championship matchup, she beats her former bodyguard, kind of like a Shawn Michaels did with Diesel, and then she gets her title run. But I just don't think they're ever going to. I just think they've decided that she's not as over as they want her to be champion. But if you look at almost all the women on NXT,
yeah,
none of them were over as much as they wanted them to be over, except for Bayley. When they won the championship, even Asuka was not as over as she became when she won the championship. And that's the thing. I think they've gotten in their head, like, if they're trying to treat it like WWE now, because they've grown big enough where they can just say, okay, you have to be over to a certain level before we actually put the belt on you, and say, we're going to use this to help elevate you to the next level as the champion. And if it's not working after a month or two, then you can take the belt off them.
Yes.
For it. But because they do like their long runs with their belts down there, which is still fine, which is a good thing. But at the same time, oh, God damn it.
I got to say, AEW has done a fine job of building the prestige of their belts.
Yes.
The tag belts did not go directly to the Young Bucks, which everyone was predicting. Instead, it went to a slightly more familiar and over tag team at the time. The AEW Championship went on somebody that is universally recognized as a top talent, no matter where he went.
Yep, Chris Jericho.
Boom. And then you move him over to Moxley.
Yep.
And Moxley is the most over dude in AEW right now, just at all.
And especially coming off the momentum of when he debuted at Double Nothing, the first Double Nothing, then building towards a match with Kenny at All Out, but then having to scrap that because of his elbow injury, infection. Mm-hmm. But building to the Lights Out match at Full Gear. And then perfect. It's like just riding that momentum.
Yeah.
Of course, the pandemic kind of hurt that in the long run overall, but he still had a really good run.
Yes.
And now building up Kenny, finally having that belt, and going on that run, and possibly with the belt collector gimmick.
Yeah, you have, a heel hold it first.
Yep.
Then a face comes in and holds it for a while, sets the record.
Yep.
Another heel comes in. I want Kenny to get close, keep that 100+ days as champion going.
Mm-hmm.
But get real close to Moxley's record, but lose it just before.
Now, I kind of want Moxley to his record to be beat by Kenny. If they're officially going to do the belt collector.
Okay.
If they're going to do the belt collector, it's the only way I'm like accepting allowing him to break the record.
Sure. Why not? Okay.
Because the longer he has that belt and the more belts he has,
the more prestige every belt gets.
Every prestige gets, and it becomes a bigger deal for whoever takes the belt off him.
Yes.
And as he drops each belt back to their own people in their own company, it builds up those people up even more.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes down to it, yeah, it's just like, and you look at the TNT Championship.
Cody's open challenge.
Yep, launching that. Bringing it onto Brody Lee, who, yes, his first defense, he lost it.
Yeah.
He was originally never supposed to win it, ever, because of Cody taking time off for something.
Sorry.
It worked out. And then Cody dropping to Darby, which you can make an argument that with him only defending it twice since he's won it, there's an issue there.
Whatever.
But they were paying off a long-term story with since Double or Nothing,
yes.
even before Double or Nothing, with Taz and Darby. So now with Scorpio Sky, his defeat of Scorpio Sky and the heel turn for Scorpio, and Darby, that's a good third title defense, and now you can build that more and have him defend it a little bit more often.
Yeah.
I'm saying every other week is a good, or twice a month is a good thing. Except for around a pay-per-view month, you can save one of those for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because
depending on where the pay-per-view hits that month,
it needs to be started defended on every pay-per-view going forward. Because the first pay-per-view it was defended on was Full Gear, because it was created and we had the first champion crowned at Double or Nothing, but it was not defended until Full Gear on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
So we need to stop the skipping of that. The only championship you can actually claim that AEW has kind of dropped the ball on was the women's division.
Yes.
And they're still kind of dropping the ball, but they're doing their best to fix it. It's the issue when you have so much talent, 2 hours, and you're trying to get that balance.
Yeah.
And you don't have someone on the level of Moxley who comes over for the women.
Who is just on fire to start.
Who just helps light that fire that you can then build the whole division around and help build people up and get recognition with. So it's going to take a lot more time. But they also got to start giving the women TV time regardless.
Yes, definitely.
You can't just keep saying we're building them up on heels. No one gives a fuck about AEW heels for the women thing subscription.
AEW Dark?
No, AEW heels is a women's subscription wrestling thing through AEW. Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, most people forget it exists.
Okay.
But when they hear about it in the subscription, they're like, no, stop putting your shit on heels and put it on TV.
Put it on TV.
Because
put it on Dark.
That's where the people are going to get over or coming to see the product. But they're building it, and Shida having the longest run in AEW as a champion.
That's true.
Right now is a great thing for the women's. It helps building that. And this the angle after the women's matchup on Revolution was a great way to help elevate all the women by saying, okay, here's some women we're going to be focusing on. Mm-hmm. Hopefully Maki Ito will be continuing on.
Thank you.
Please. I'm hoping so. She may have a contract with the one over in Japan that she was working for.
Stardom?
Not Stardom.
No.
It's another one. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But if so, once that's wraps up, she needs to be locked into a full-time AEW contract.
Yep.
And is permanently over here because she's just so innovated with her character. Yes, the wrestling still needs improvement, but
that will happen.
It's coming along. But yeah, overall, if you want your championship to mean something, don't crown new champions, but because they won a tournament and then have them lose it.
Yeah.
The very same night you give them the belts. By the way, again, good job to NXT for just basically taking the NXT Men's Championship, making it smaller, and putting it on a white strap.
Really?
So I'm assuming
Really?
Rio's strap is going to become white soon as well?
No. Maybe.
But apparently all women's belts have to be white because they're pure.
What?
I don't know.
Huh?
That's the only thing I get. The rationale I can think is that why they have to be on white belt straps.
White straps are feminine.
Apparently,
That's got to be it. That's yeah.
So you're saying the Intercontinental Championship when Cody brought it back, the classic, he was feminine because he had it on a white strap.
Well, Vince did want him to dress up like Stardust.
That's true.
So explains a lot right there. No, I mean, yeah. Honestly, like for me, the thing about making something prestige is you either have to have it defended rarely.
Yep.
So it becomes those who get a chance at this are getting a big chance at this.
Yep.
Or you have to have it held and defended a bunch of times by a single person over a long period.
Yes.
It's one or the other. You either make it rare, like New Japan makes their heavyweight championship rare.
They make most of their championships rare because they're saving those championship matches for big payoffs than whoever's going to be the next challenger.
Yes. WWE does neither and both at the exact same time. It is neither rare nor held long enough to be defended a bunch.
Yep.
So you're just like, so who gets it this time?
Yeah, it feels like they're hot potatoing in between people they think who should deserve it. Like McIntyre deserved it.
Yeah,
but
Bobby Lashley deserves to be holding a strap.
But he just feels like he's going to have another transitional championship back to McIntyre
at
WrestleMania, which is disappointing because Bobby Lashley is on fire right now. He's the most protected person outside of McIntyre since last year.
I know.
So, only time will tell to see there. But yeah, championships, if you want them to mean something, you gotta protect them. And I don't have a doubt in my mind. Eventually, the NXT Women's Tag Titles will mean something, but they got a bad start, and they need to protect Ember Moon and Shotzi as champions for a while. If they drop the belts before 6 months is out, you just ruined it. They need to have a good long run because after less than an hour or 2 hours as champs before Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez awarded them, that's bullshit. I want to know whose call. I seriously want to know whose call it was.
Who made that call? Who made it?
If you're gonna do the belts at the Dusty Classic, don't rush it. Whoever's made whose idea it was to rush it to have both go at the same time is a moron and should be fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe not fired because we're still kind of in a pandemic, but should be
have their hours reduced.
They should be
by 15%.
They're an idiot, and they should just lose their
parking spot.
Their parking spot, and they should lose their voice at the table for a little while.
For 15 days.
6 months.
I was giving them like an annoying amount of days. They're like 15. That's 3 business weeks, and you're like, no, 15 exact days. So 2 weeks and 1 day.
No, that's what I'm saying. 6 months.
All right. Yours is a real punishment. Mine's just annoying.
No, mine's a real punishment because they're an idiot. And it's not actual days. It's business days.
Oh, it's 50. So it's 3 weeks of work.
No. It's 6 months worth of days.
Oh, only in business.
Only in business days. So weekends don't count.
Oh, that's just mean.
Yes, I know. Because the guy's an idiot whose idea was not the person who made the final call. Paul was an idiot to agree with that.
Yep.
Why is Michael Z interns like, what's my idea?
It was my idea. Well, you lose your parking spot and a voice at the table for 6 months.
Business days.
I didn't even have a voice at the table.
You just, but then why did you claim it was your idea? It was. I was talking to that guy over there who was the real intern.
Yeah.
Really an intern. And someone overheard it and said, Michael had the great idea. And it just went from there.
Yeah.
Whose idea? Who was it? Who
pointed out Michael's who pointed at the table?
Who pointed out Michael's idea? You get the punishment too. Michael's gets as well, but you do too.
Oh. I really liked my parking spot.
The intern that Michaels was talking to, get it to it now. That bastard.
Super kick. Drive with a super kick in your face.
But no thigh slaps though.
Yeah,
that's not allowed anymore.
No slapping your thighs.
You get fined if you do that.
Is that a real thing?
Apparently is.
You can't thigh slap.
Yep. Apparently.
Is that just like at the performance center?
Vince apparently thinks it looks stupid, so he's sick and tired of it apparently. So, and they had to sign up no thigh slapping at the performance center. Apparently. So, yeah, I know.
I'm confused by that because that has been a thing regarding kicks for like ever.
Yeah, I know. But only time will tell. But ladies and gentlemen, you made it to the end of another podcast. Let us know down in the comment section what you thought of the introduction of the NXT Women's Tag Titles. Do you think it was a botched way to go about it, or do you think it was good? If you think it was the latter, you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't care.
You're going to insult our one fan?
Hey, it's not my fault that we lose 3 of our fans every episode because of your Owen Hart jokes.
I'm seeing... I didn't do one this week.
That's true.
I see that we actually have millions and millions of fan.
Millions and millions of fan?
Yes. Yes. Oh, dude, I got a response to my post.
Oh, you did? Great.
I'll check it in a little bit.
Okay,
I'll check it in a little bit.
But anyway, comment down below. Let us know what you thought of it. And what do you think? And what does it take to actually get your championship to get prestigious? What does it take? Answer that down in the comment section. You made it to the end of another podcast video. So why don't you go give this video a thumbs up? You're clearly liking what we're talking about. Or you like me, because Adam sucks. And since you're giving us a thumbs up, and it's right there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding, ding, baby.
Wow. Make sure it's the one that turns on all notifications so you know when all as the buckle turns and I guess Zop Gaming content goes live. But fuck Nua.
Wow, dude. Now,
so who commented on your post?
Okay, let me go ahead and look in. I mean, I've got 5 downvotes now. What the?
How many face points does the comment have?
Oh, I mean, the plus side is I got 20 face points out of this.
But how many does the responder get?
1 million? Actually, it just stops there and it goes plus. That's one M plus.
What is it? Who's it from? And what does it say?
Let me open it up. It's from you, Tim.
Read it.
Your face get bent. I hate you, Tim.
But see, that's how you get face points. Your face.